It's not about recognition. It's not about anyone's validation. It's not even about luxury. It's about the watch you like, the one you've purchased regardless of the price, the one you're comfortable wearing the crap out of. You guys know I love the Explorer, but the 1140-60 had been literally on the wrist on daily basis, 24/7. Everyone's after the date complication, but somehow the dial proportionality and symmetry speaks to me. I just love it, without the date, really. I don't know, I think I'm picking up a pattern here that I like simple profile watches. I saw the 1140-60 and instantly fell in love with it. There is no special story, that was about it. This is the watch that has been on my wrist on daily basis. With the Explorer, I've got a special connection. With this one, on the other hand, I'm just starting to build one, I guess. For me, this had been the daily beater for some time now. You know, the one that makes me think about consolidating to just one watch. But enough about me. This video is about you guys and your story and what's on your wrist. I've put this video together unedited, uncut, with YouTubers and collectors alike from across the world. I hope you guys like it.
Hi, my name is Marco from SwissWatchGang YouTube and Instagram channel. Rita, thank you for including me in this very cool project with other collaborators. The watch I wear the most on my wrist since the last couple of weeks is the Hublot Lab Fusion. I picked up this watch in Singapore last November and it's really something special to me. The watch was in the making for 1.5 years and it's a total of 30 pieces made for the Singapore Watch Club's anniversary. I was lucky enough to get one because I'm a very close friend and almost like a brother to Tom, which is the founder of the club. We also made a nice interview on my channel, which you can check out if you like vintage Audemars Piguet watches, for example. The Hublot is very special because it features a black ceramic case and on the side it has rose gold, and also the crown and the screws are made in rose gold. The most special thing about it is the connection of Asia and fusion, which Hublot is known for. So it connects the Chinese calligraphy numerals which are applied on the dial and the fume linen which they use for the dial. I always wanted a Hublot watch and getting this, I think, as the first one is a great start, and I think I'm gonna get more in the future. Also, keep up what you're doing on your channel. I love the 4K crisp quality, and next time I'm in Dubai, we'll definitely meet up, chat and talk about watches.
Hey Ryder, my name is RomanSharf and the watch I'm wearing today is the Harry Winston Opus 5. Why is this watch so special to me? Well, I love independence. I feel that independent watchmakers are the future of horology and the future of collectability. These are the guys that are going to keep our industry exciting over the next 50 to God knows how many years. Everything that we know about horology today is sort of has been done, right? And it's the independents that push innovation to the next level when it comes to watchmaking. Now, you would say Harry Winston is not an independent. You're absolutely right. Harry Winston is not an independent, but Harry Winston has hired a gentleman by the name of Max Buser to create their Opus lines. And this very watch is very significant to me and very significant to Max Buser, as well as the company we know today as RubberB, right? This is the very watch that gave start to Max Buser. Post this watch, he went on opening MB&F, or Max Buser and Friends as we know it today, and as well gave a great kickstart to the company called RubberB. To me, years from now, this is going to be that Paul Newman Daytona that you see fetching crazy prices in auction. On a lighter note, I know you found me through my YouTube channel, RomanSharf. I'm sure some of you viewers already watch me on YouTube just the same, but I actually look forward to coming to Dubai and meeting you in person. Turns out we know a lot of the same people, visit a lot of the same places. And I'm in Dubai quite often. So hopefully post this crisis, we can get together, have a drink, and talk watches in person. I'm sure it'd make for a pretty kick-ass collab. Thanks for having me on the show. I'll see you in Dubai.
What's up, Rita? What's up, everyone in Watch Society? I'm Shahlusso, and you want to know what I've got on my wrist today? Of course, it's my Seamaster. Right here, this is what started it all. When I got this, I had no plans whatsoever on collecting watches. I had been working like 7 days a week for like 3 years. I started like rebuilding from a couple poor choices, to say the least, and I overdid it. I had a fair bit of money saved up and I thought to myself, you know what? Why not get myself something cool? I'm gonna get myself a watch. So I did my research, but I think what resonated the most to me about this, apart from the fact that, you know, obviously it was Pierce Brosnan's watch and it was really versatile, was what the Seamaster represents, you know, for Omega. Like it's that constant story of reinvention. This particular design, the Bond style, which came out in 1993, they had that was the first time that they had a continuous look for the Seamaster. Otherwise, since 1957, it had kept changing all the time. And this was the rebirth that actually gave them success. And that really resonated with me because, you know, I'd been working so hard and had been able to reinvent myself after a series of failures, that for me, what better watch to get than something that represented that, and something that represented all the time I had spent and hopefully all the good time I was going to have in the future. I like the nice sort of clean look on this, and the longer I've had it, you know, you notice it's got that really deep black dial. Like it's pretty much endless. And in my view, it's a lot more elegant. I love the way that the bezel, with how it plays in the light, it can be gray, it can be black. It all just depends on how the light hits it, and just makes it different every time you wear it. And then also another reason why I like this particular generation of Seamaster and why I got it in black is because it was only in production for 6 years. The original was in production since 1993. So I wanted something that I wasn't going to see very often, and I thought, okay, it's something that's going to be discontinued. At least that limits how many of these I'm going to see. And also most people tend to gravitate towards the blue because that's the James Bond color. So that definitely was a big appeal. It made me feel like I was getting a little bit of exclusivity, especially at a point where I didn't really know that much about watches yet, didn't plan on it. After having this for a while, well, 2 years, 4 watches, and a YouTube channel later, I'm still deeply regretting it. Rita, thanks for the opportunity to be featured on the channel. Make sure y'all subscribe and like and do all that good stuff to Rita's channel. He makes really good content as well. And make sure you check out my channel, Shahlusso, when you get a chance as well, if you want to learn more about this watch and a bunch of other ones. But in any case, thanks for watching this video. We'll catch you on the next one.
What's up, Rita? This is Jeff from My Calculated Randomness. Man, it was great catching up with you this morning. We finally got a chance to chat. And sorry for all the confusion. You guys have no idea. But look, man, honestly, I am so proud of you and your channel. You've came so far in such a short period of time, and it is well deserved. Honestly, truly is. You ask, what is on my wrist? Well, I am wearing a 2018 root beer GMT, and I was very fortunate in 2018 to have the opportunity to purchase this new from an AD. Long story short, this is my first Rolex, first luxury watch, and this is my engagement watch. So I woke up out of bed, literally looked like I was homeless, went down to Saxon's Diamond Center to just look around. I wanted something very special for my engagement. It's the first time I've ever been engaged to my awesome fiance, aka the boss. And yeah, so I had a conversation with the salesperson, which was Kiva, awesome guy. And I expressed, hey, look, I understand that the root beer, Pepsi, the Daytona, Sky Dweller, so on and so on, these are impossible to get watches. I'm just here to look around. And again, I never purchased a luxury watch at that time. So we continue to chat, and before you know it, I'm being interviewed, and I didn't even know. So I expressed to him, you know, that again, I wanted this for my engagement. It's a very special moment in my life. And he left with this little grin on his face, and he went over to the vault. He came back, pulls this box out from underneath his little suit and tie. You'd have to know Kiva to imagine this. And he just puts it down on the table. I'm looking at this. He opens it up, and I am just in awe. I said to him, I don't have any of my financial, credit cards. I have nothing on me at this point in time. When do you close? So he tells me, and I say, all right, look, I will be right back. And that was probably the only time in my life where I was actually quiet, because I can talk. And came back, my fiance and we gathered our finances together, and we made it happen. And man, I am forever grateful for what he did to give us this opportunity, because I knew how hard it was to obtain this watch. But he did not judge a book by its cover. Again, I literally looked like I was homeless, just woke up out of bed. From that point forward, we've established an amazing friendship, and to this day, me and Kiva and his family, and we all hang out. New Year's, went over there, we had an absolute blast, and just all around good people. So that is my story from my 2018 Rolex GMT Master 2. And again, congrats. Keep on doing the hard work and pushing through, man. See ya.
Hello, watch aficionados. It's Michael S from the Michael S Watch channel. I hope you're all really well. So, which watch am I wearing today? It's going to be the 16600, and I've got it on the RubberB strap. It's been on the RubberB strap for some time now. I've been wearing the 16600 pretty much 90% of the time since I bought it last year. For me, it signifies everything that I've come to like about Rolex. I've had a variety of Rolexes over the last 2-3 years. With each of those Rolexes, I've spent the right amount of time for me to learn whether it's something that I see myself living with for the long term, or whether it's something that I just enjoy for the short term. The 16600, why is it my main everyday watch? For me, it captures the true essence of Rolex from the decades gone by. You've got the beautiful lines, you've got the right proportions, you've got the roundness of it all. There's no lugs that make it square. I look at the watch and the first thing I see is time. I look at the watch and I see a date. I don't look at the watch and see lugs and then time. And it's one of the reasons I've stayed away pretty much from 6-digit watches. I've gone through my fair share of them. The only ones that I've stayed, funnily enough, are the ones with slimmer lugs. The 16600 for me is one of the last tool watches which Rolex released at the time. The watch who my family associate me with most of the time. I think that's one of the key things that makes me chuckle and laugh these days. Is I'm not asked anymore, where's your Rolex? It's where's the Sea Dweller? But thanks for listening, guys. Have a good day. Bye.
Hello Rita, how are you? Hope all is well with you. This is Philippe, product specialist at RubberB, and I wanted to share with you my thoughts about one of my favorite watches, the yellow gold Rolexdaytona on alligator strap, originally of course, which is available in different versions. And I was thinking, why do I always wear this watch more often than the other watches I have? Is because once I matched it with my RubberB strap here in espresso color. It was a very, very comfortable combination. And as you can see, with the small wrist that I have, I could perfectly center the clasp. And on top of that, I can really wear it anywhere I like. I can go to the beach, the office, the restaurant. It looks casual, it also looks formal. It's really very enjoyable. I think it's quite a great combination. Anyway, I hope that all is well with you and your team in Dubai. Maybe we'll meet someday, I do hope so.
Hi Rida, I'm James Severs at Watchfamalam on Instagram, and the watch I'm wearing today is a Rolex Submariner. It's reference 114060. It doesn't have a date, and it's very special to me because my dad had Rolexes when I was young, so I've always wanted one. And I've had to wait a while to get this one, so I wear it as often as possible, and I'm really enjoying it. So keep up the good work, and see you soon.
What's going on, Rita? Bob here. Making these videos is not as easy as you make it look. Gotta be honest on that one. Tonight, I'm wearing what I'm always wearing, the blue sub, also known as the Smurf. Owned this one once. Let it slip away one time, and it was an instant mistake. And this is my second go around, and there will not be a third. This is staying on the wrist. It's the best everyday piece. If you don't like to, wonder what you're gonna wear every morning, it's just nice to have one go-to watch that you just grab off the nightstand, and it's the best blue dial in the business, in my opinion. I don't know. I think it's perfection. I hate when people say I think things are perfection. I don't know why I just said that. But anyway, I hope all is well. And for those of you that know me on Instagram, this is Horsefly. You finally can see my face. I'll talk to you later, Rita. Have a great night. Take care.
Hey Rita, my name is Edwin, and the watch that I'm wearing today is the Zenith Chronomaster El Primero 1969. This watch is special to me because I wore this when my youngest daughter was born, and I actually used the chronograph function to time her feeding intervals at the hospital. Thanks for having me and for letting me share my story. Take care.
Boy Radar asking me to do a watch collection. My name is Nassir Hussain. I'm not really a watch collector. This watch is the RM1163 Philippe Massa, the black limited edition, 15 out of 30. And as you can see it, I beat it up this watch and it has a lot of scratches. I don't really understand when people buy watches and they don't wear it. I like to wear it. My watch is for everywhere. Whether I'm playing football, whether I'm actually going swimming, whether I'm going to the gym. So it's good to have a watch that's beat up. As you can see, it has a lot of scratches. But that's part of living, man. Enjoy. Make sure you just wear it, man. I always wanted to buy a special watch, and I bought that one, which I wear it now and then when I got work stuff. I don't really take care of it. I rather call myself a shoe collector, and I'm more into cars rather than actually a watch. But it's always good to have one or two watches. These are my two watches. I would like to say thank you for Watch Society for inviting me to shoot for this too. Keep up the good work. Keep going, my brother.
This watch for me really represents the ethos of watch collecting. For some, watch collecting is all about flexing. For some, it's about chasing those hard to get pieces. For me, most of my watches are selected based on aesthetics and sometimes company heritage. But ultimately, if the watch speaks to me, then that's the type of watch that belongs in my collection. This particular watch was a gift from my dad. Back in the 70s, my dad bought this piece from a flea market for $1. That's right, this watch was in very poor condition, but after showing a little bit of love, the watch was as good as new. Fast forward to 2018, and while I was having dinner with my father, I asked to see what was on his wrist. Just to give you a quick backstory, at that point I hadn't seen my dad in years, and to be honest, we don't have a great relationship, and I never knew he owned any watches. To my surprise, he handed me this beautiful Bulova Accutron railroad approved. Not only did I compliment the watch, but I gave him a brief history of why this watch was really important in history. I handed the watch back to him, and that's when he told me to keep it. Therefore, this watch evokes a certain feeling every time I wear it, and it's a reminder that watches don't have to cost a fortune or be the rarest pieces to truly be enjoyed. In my opinion, every single watch in your collection should represent a certain something to you, whether that be an accomplishment or in this case, a gift from a special person. Always remember, my friends, stay humble.
Hi Rida, my name is Hussein. The watch that I have on my wrist today is a Rolexdaytona 116520 pre-ceramic. This watch is very special to me, despite the fact that it looks absolutely beautiful. It's a discontinued model, a collection item, and I believe this watch will become a vintage, which one day my children and their children can inherit.
I love the Girargento on my wrist. It's a Platinum Tourbillon. It's a discontinued model. The Girargento is taken over by Bulgari and then LVMH. This watch talks to me. When you talk about Swiss heritage and luxury watches industry, these are the pieces that makes a lot of sense to me. Girargento was a watch legend. Whatever he designed today is a success. From Cartier Pasha, Patek Philippe Nautilus, and Audemars Piguet Royal Oak, IWC Engineer, and so on. I love this piece, man.
It's not every day that I work with YouTubers that I've personally been following for years. Listening to stories from both watch collectors and watch enthusiasts really means a lot to me. A special thanks to RubberB, my favorite luxury watch strap company. Roman, Marco, thank you so much, and we'll definitely see you next in Dubai. A special thanks to Michael, Watchfamalam, Bob, Fred, and everyone that was really involved. Thank you so much. If you guys enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. And please also check out everyone's channel. I'll leave the links in the description down below. Until I see you guys on the next one, thank you for watching and take care.